Hi everybody, it's Julie, and today I have the flip through of my So Lovely journal, and this is the journal that I made for the Kit Create collab. This was made with the kit that Dawn, Emerald Mama's Creations, sent me. Okay, she sent me one as well as the other creators, Kentucky Krafter, Raven Vintage, DearJulieJulie, BlackWhisperCrafts, aka Bexx, and Cindy A. Lewis, as well as herself, Emerald Mama's Creations. And for the month of March, we all worked on this, making a journal using her kit. Yesterday, I went ahead and I finished using as many of the sewing pieces as I could. I added some other things from my stash, and I'm really excited with what I've got. I made mine using a Reader's Digest journal. It did end up pretty chunky. I've added a buckle closure, and so here is my tassel, and we've got measuring tape in it, a button, a puzzle piece, and a safety pin. Up here, this is the little charm that I had made using the Friday freebie from DearJulieJulie, and a Coca-Cola bottle cap. And so there you can see this is a Reader's Digest. On the cover, I have attached fabric. And this also a fabric. These are the 3 fabrics that she had included in my kit. This is one of the girls from my pattern, and I fussy cut her out and put her on there. I added the measuring tape that I had in my stash. This is a button from what she sent. I had this fun little quilting charm that I added, and this safety pin. The So Lovely words and the words that you'll see similar throughout the journal are from Friday freebies. I had several that were sewing themed throughout February and March. And so, yeah, so my buckle closure is made with seam binding, and you just go ahead and pull it, and you pull it like this. And I did go ahead, and this is glued down with some pattern paper in between. And so there you can see the full cover. Go ahead and open it, and here is my pocket. This is wrapping paper, and this was these pieces like this were all from a piece of the fabric. Here I colored in the scissors. There's videos of me making all of the embellishments throughout the month. So when I had the Sewing Friday freebies, I went ahead and I made tags and things for the journal. And so you'll see all of there's a fluffy flower. At the same time, I was doing my 100-day challenge, which is using Reader's Digest book pages. And so, so you'll see some of those throughout. Here I made a tag on index card using that fabric, and it's got the little tab, and I used packaging to go ahead and put that in here, and it's really fun because then you get the full look. I have several of these little clusters that I made. This was one of the pieces of I think it was wallpaper also that I had from her kit, the buttons from her kit. I did add in some fashion stickers, and those were from my stash. I did color in the scissors when I did the day that I did this fabric. And so you'll see a lot of pattern pieces used throughout the pattern tissue. I did do some stitching on some of the pages. This is another Freebie Friday. And I went ahead and decorated that. You'll see there's pattern instructions. This was a dyed paper she'd sent. I did do edges with the pattern paper. The blue lace that she sent, this is from her, and then these are some of the words from one of the DearJulieJulie Friday freebies. This is from my antique sewing kit in the DearJulieJulie Etsy shop, and I did some stitching here. and this went ahead and it went over, and we have a place for a couple of tags right here. This is from a Patreon with the stitching around the two. Okay, I added a safety pin with the little dangle here, and it has a little safety pin on the dangle. Okay, so it says thread. This is from the Friday freebie. This is one of the pages that she sent. Here I have one of the clusters, and this is a fold over pocket. So I do have some things over here, and so this I made with, after I had everything, and you saw Sunday's video, I went ahead, I added, this was a cutoff. I added pattern paper. It had been written on a scrap sticker. This is from the Friday, this is last Friday's freebie, and this is from a Friday freebie. And so we can go ahead and put that right in there. Okay. This was paper that she sent. This, I made a page out of the pattern paper. And we've got this little flip here, some stitching, and this. Okay, there's a lot of places to write. Here's the middle of the signature. You got a safety pin and a button. So stitching. Okay. Okay. I added the edge from the pattern to this edge. I love this because you can see it when you're first looking at the journal. So I was looking forward, and that's some of that tissue. And here I had, this pocket was in my stash of things. Wiley had eaten, it was a tag with a pocket, and Wiley had eaten part of the tag. So because it had the Fashion Girls, I put it in here. And this is one of the tags I made, and this is the tag, and it's got a flip. So it goes in and the flip comes out. And I went around the circles, and I added some of the blue lace there. Got the pattern. I love this. It's a hidden ticket paper clip. Hidden ticket paper clip. And that was in Sunday's video. Then this was in last Thursday's video. And so this is being held onto the page. Oh, here's a little goodie there. Okay, and we'll just go ahead and put this on here. It's a hidden paper clip. So the paper clip is on the inside, and you're able to see from both sides. Okay, and then we've got the safety pin on there. And this is holding a picture. The kids are all sewing or quilting. I thought that was kind of fun. Pattern instructions, ledger. I had used that. One of the scraps from the Friday freebie. Here is my envelope with a flip flap, and I used a scrap there for you to write on, and the needles and threads is holding this down, and this is from a Friday freebie. I believe it's the day that you got the page. Okay, we have a cluster here, and this is a little goodie from, they're sewing, they're quilting. Okay, and you have from the cutoff a little fold open piece. That was from the 12 by 12 paper that I had used, and I love the little flippy thing there. This was one of my tags with a job, and so you've got this cute little tag. That was from the flow book, and then I love this. And this, and there's the wallpaper, and we did the book page paper ruffle there. And this is a in-leaf tip-in, I believe, right here. And the way we did it was we added it with this border tuck. Okay, another one of the blue fashion stickers, and we've got the pattern, and this time it's on this side. This flips open so you can write here, and you can still write in that area as well if you wanted. More of the instructions, the children's writing paper, children's art paper, and I love this pocket with the scissors, and I colored them all in different colors, added this little tag, and this from, I believe this was a freebie Friday from quite a while ago. Okay, so you can check that out. It's way back when Mama's Quilt came out. I love this. It was a fancy snap package that I had in my stash, and put it in this pocket. And then I made this large tag, super large tag. Okay, what do we got going on here? Oh, it's, okay. So this is the super large pocket, or tag, and I used the receipt that she had given us on the back and added this. Yard was one of Willie's spelling words from the Friday freebie this week. This does have a pocket on the front, and no, that won't work. This will work. We'll put that in there. Okay. So, and this goes in the back, and this one goes in the front. Okay, we have this here and this, and I added, this was also from the Friday freebie from quite a while ago, and you can open that up and see that there's more things inside of it, and it is a little envelope. The words were like sewing and mending, and so this is another paper clip that we made. This is the center of the signature. I added some of the measuring tape to the back of the button. I just thought that was fun. And then here we have, they are out working on the quilt, and we have a flinch card printed on cardstock, and we have a quilt store tag that I had in my stash. More stitching on the side. Here we have a pocket made out of the, it's the collar. And this is the other half of this. So it went across and it came across. And so over here you have from a playing card. This was part of the kit that she gave us. There was a red one and a blue one. So this is the blue one. And this is a Dear Julie Julie digital back here. And then when I was putting these in, I just noticed that I needed one up here. So it's just a piece where the other ones are full pages. Because the this was behind that page. You could not see it. And so when you see me doing this page, I didn't want to put this down because it had the stitching, but then when I was looking at it, that's where it needed to go. Stitching and sticker. Lots of writing in this journal. Okay, so a couple of pages behind here. Another paper clip. This one's holding this tag, and it's also holding the tip-in that we made from the back of the pattern. So you'll see I did several things with the pattern. I fussy cut the girls out of the front. I used the edge. I used the back. And you'll see in several of the things I used pieces of the pattern as well. We have this really large tag with a job here. And so, but you can also see it from the front. So I added the bow that she had in our kit. And yeah, so you can see that from the front of the book. And I did add this. So I had this little tag and added the pattern paper. And then I had this tag in my stash. And I think I did this on the Friday freebie. Okay, we did paper book page ruffles. Okay, so here is from the cutoff. I loved this picture with her hands sewing. And then this little envelope was in the things that she gave us. And I added the sticker, the rose from one of my kits. And the cat brought me that, so I put it in. I don't know where she got it. This was from one of the quilting pages. And I thought the hearts were fun because of the fashion lady. And then this was the cover of my paper pad. This is a piece from the pattern. And this is from the Friday freebie. And it's just holding it over. And we'll just put all those in there. I think it's fun to pull things out and have them open, and I just think that's fun. It's more stitching. We have a big pocket here, and it has one of the patchwork tags. There is a second little pocket here. This, Jessica at Paper Terrace made this. And we have this little tiny fashion goodie there. This is a flip-up pocket page from a 12 by 12 paper pad. This is on a recipe that is a memory Dex card. And this is from the Friday freebie, and I just took it and put it right over this short ledger. And so I thought that was fun. We have a flip, so a place that you can write underneath there using that fabric that I took apart and used all over in the journal. Here's more children's writing paper. This is a tuck. So it's a few pages of the pattern on top of each other. I've added the cluster here, and then Big Mama just sent me this tag. So it's going right in here. Okay. From the Dear Julie Julie Digital. Blue sticker. Then I added, this was one of the days I made I stamped on the book pages and made things. And then this is from a Dear Julie Julie Digital. And then down here where the hole is, I went ahead and added the lace. This is from one of the Friday freebies. And this is a little goodie that Jessica at Paper Terrace made, and I think. And it was, I went ahead and put this little goodie inside here. So again, I like to have things inside the things. And it's made out of pattern paper. We've got stitching here. This is one of the papers that, well, most of the papers are papers that she had in our kit. Okay, noisy paper made out of 2 or 3 pattern pieces glued together. Stitching down there. There's the center of this signature. The safety pin and a button. Some more noisy paper. This one flips out, so you can go ahead and keep writing. You've got this one. Here is the little treat bag that I made out of book page. This is from the box from the stickers. Okay, this is the other playing card, the red one. And the patchwork card or tag with the pocket. And it has a flip-up tuck in the back. And that makes it a tag with a job. And we're going to go ahead and put our flip up. So it's got, this piece was the cutoff. And I went ahead and you've got this little goodie and you can write on all that. And you have a waterfall. And we're going to put all that in here. And put that in there. Okay. Those were some of the things I made at the end. I love this. I stamped this on top of the book page where we had taken the masking tape and taken the words so that the stamping shows up really well. And then I put tape on the back of it, double-sided tape, so it was already ready to be just put on the page. And then here's some more of the pattern ruffle. Here is the other side of the packaging pocket that I used in my other journal, and it worked perfect to put this tag with a job. Okay, this tag is made out of beautiful wallpaper that I had in my stash. It has a paper ruffle, the safety pin. It has a little tag and the piece from the time card, some of the measuring tape. This is from the Friday freebie, and we added a safety pin up there. I think it's just really, really fun. Okay, so then put that in, and then it stops down here. There's a hole right here, and I put the fabric, and that's holding it in. Got a large pocket here, and it's got this little goodie. This is the wallpaper. I added the receipt to the back, and instead of cutting this off, I pulled it over, and then we have the little heart in there, and that just fits right in there. And this sticks out so you're able to see it. We have a pocket here. This is a bag that I had in my stash, and this is one of the Friday freebies talking about silks. Outfit of the day, it says. Some stamping down here, stamping around it, a little bit of red distressing, and some red fabric. And more pages. And this was also a Friday freebie. Dressy, it says. Okay. This is my accordion pocket, and I've got a couple of items in here. I've got a couple of tags back here. So that's got this tag is in. Sorry, gotta come up so I can see it. And then this one is from the Friday freebie. So I have a few more things to add. And one of the things is I have a belly button. I have a belly band, and it's made from the last piece of that wallpaper. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on the back of this piece here. So we'll go ahead and grab the glue. So when I like I said, I had some pieces left over, and I didn't need a snippet. So I went ahead and here we go. So we're going to go ahead and glue this down. And it's paper to paper, so it should be no problem. This pattern paper, they're the 12 by 12s that I used. They were from a paper pad from Dollar General that was American Crafts. Okay, then I had this red packaging, and so I cut 3 tags out of this red packaging. This one has some of the pattern, a sticker that I had, one of the fashion stickers, one of the number stickers. I needed to use the tabs. I hadn't used those yet, so that worked out. Oh, and I added this scrappy little notebook back here. I had the notebook. I wanted the stitching to show, so I put the first piece of the receipt. So this is the yellow receipt that she gave us. This I had in my stash. It's a little scrappy note that I had sewn. And then this one I put down so that it covers the rest, but it still can see the sewing there. And then this is going to fit right here in our belly band. Just like that. Okay. Then this is a hidden paper clip. Okay. So it's a hidden paper clip. It's ready to go in the journal somewhere. So I want to find it a good spot. Okay. So it can go here, and it just goes over the page like that. Okay, so this is what you see from this side, and this is what you see from this side. Okay, and then I have this. This is a junk mail envelope, and I stitched down the side of it. I put the sticker right over where that's all of the stamp that you can see. And then I had this tag. You see it's got the one of the tabs, a piece of the receipt, a piece of the pattern, and a couple pieces of the fabric that I've been using. And this just goes in here. And what we're going to do with this is we are going to find one of those small ledger pieces that we didn't already put something on. So maybe back here. Okay, so this ledger piece, but I want it from the other direction. So let's go here. So this can go right over that. Okay, so it becomes part of the page, but you can just pull it off. Or you can go ahead and glue this down, but I thought that that would be fun and be something different. Okay, so again, I have the buckle, and I will put the buckle through this so it doesn't keep falling off. But the way that you use it is you come around. Okay, come around. You go ahead and put your, you want that part on the top. Go ahead and we'll have it straight and everything. Okay, and then you just pull this over and put it in, and it'll make its own hole. And you can just let it hang like this, or I was putting it underneath here. Okay, so pulling it underneath at the end of the pattern. Okay, and there you go. So that is my So Lovely journal finished. Again, this was for the Kit Create collab that was hosted by Emerald Mama's Creation. That would be Dawn. Remember that she has these kits. There might be some still available in her Etsy shop, emeraldmamascrafts.etsy.com. The information is in the special description box down below. I did show you some pages and things from the sewing kit, the Dear Julie Julie sewing kit. And so that is the Antique Sewing Kit Digital. I want to thank Dawn for inviting me to join in on this collab. I want to thank the other creators. It's been really fun to see what everybody did for things that we all got, and to be doing things that were so different. And so I do have something really special to show you. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. The journal will come and go in the bag. And this just wraps over. Okay, so just wraps over the little bag. What do you think? Okay, there we go. The bag. The bag. It's in the bag. What did you think I was going to make out of it? Have an amazing day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.